What's up, Capricorn? It's the Soul from Intuitive Tarot. We're looking at the week ahead starting February 9th, 2026. Capricorn, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers. I appreciate you. You know that, right? Also, the deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals, just cleansing energies here from Dawn Sagittarius's messages for the week. And we're about to grab all the messages for you, Capricorn. But before I do that, all the Capricorns who are celebrating Valentine's Day, I wish you a very happy and joyous Valentine's celebration. All right, so give me all the messages here for Capricorn for this upcoming week. What does Capricorn have to look forward to? What they're going to step into? Okay, all right, good enough there. We're going to cut and then we're going to begin your messages, Capricorn. All right, so for you, we're going to start off with the big money card, the Knight of Pentacles, right? So this is one of my financial independent cards that I always talk about. You know, the Pentacles represent you, Capricorn, steady, stern, accountable, reliable, dependable, good money manager. So the Knight usually represents you either striving to become financially independent or you already are. For others, this could be a job that's coming up for you, you know, a job offer. It could also be a promotion. Anything that's related to a promotion, that would be through your Knight of Pentacles. Following that, now we have Temperance. So this is going to be for some of you that I'm reading for a week of, you know, possibly, you know, turning that energy on to yourself, focusing all of that energy, bringing it back to yourself, taking care of yourself, you know, nurturing yourself, loving yourself more. So if you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. So, you know, the foot in the water here, I just always think that someone's going to be getting a foot massage. Could be a manicure. You know how you go to those salons and they dip your feet in the water first and then they, you know, trim your toenails or whatever. So it could be someone doing that. That's just something I see. Anyway, this card here is still all about a restoration of balance, bringing that energy back into your life. You know, offering some sort of peace. The card does represent all relationships. And then I also regard the character as a form of Mother Nature. So depending on where you live, geographically, if, you know, you want to commune out there, where I am is very cold. So, you know, Mother Nature can wait sort more or less until spring. The weather starts to get nice because I ain't about standing out there in that cold. Anyway, some of you might enjoy being out there in the cold, and if you do, so be it. That's up to you. Anyway, that's what I see there. Following the major arcana of the Temperance card, juggling act here with the Two of Pentacles, juggling two jobs possibly, could still be a small pay raise. For others, it could be just a week of balancing your checkbook. Following that, now you have the major arcana of the Sun, the most powerful card in the tarot deck. So this is a very good card to receive, especially, you know, moving into, you know, even though Valentine is not a major holiday, it is regarded as one of the big holidays that people, you know, celebrate. So that could be anything leading towards that, a lot of happiness, a lot of energy, sunshine, joy, feeling childlike, feeling successful. Yes, answer to any question that you have for yourself, Capricorn. This card still would represent my health card, so I could be just reading for Capricorns who work in the health industry, possibly living in, you know, California or Florida, or thinking about traveling to those two states or somewhere else that's warm, sunny, and welcoming. If there's a week of having to go to, you know, doctor's visits, having labs drawn, x-rays, all is going to be fine. Okay. That's the power of the sun. And then, you know, the sun comes in to offer blessings, right, Capricorn? So there's an opportunity of blessings that you may receive. And then also too, any forms of healing that you may need. That's the sun that will come through. Following the sun here, now we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords here represents there is a situation that is surrounding you, Capricorn, that's about to come to an end. A new situation is about to open up. Ten of Swords, I always read that if it's not you, maybe somebody that you know, maybe scheduling some sort of future inpatient or outpatient surgical procedure. It's going to be painful, but the Ten of Swords always comes through to offer a recovery as well as relief. Up next, now we have another money card here, the Seven of Pentacles, right? Putting in that grind, working hard for those coins, maybe saving up for something greater. For others, it still would represent a promotion, job offer, okay? Seven of Pentacles, also I branch out like the Nine of Pentacles into other messages that are going on for you in the form of opportunities, but as a disclaimer, it doesn't always have to relate to money, so keep that in mind. Following the Seven of Pentacles here for you, now we have the Six of Cups. Some of you may be going down memory lane, being nostalgic this week, thinking of childhood memories, possibly those connections you had in your past. It could also be a week of memorializing someone that you either knew or there was, someone that you were close to. Now they're now over in spirit. So the energies that will reflect that would be February 9th to the 15th, maybe. Anything involving possibly their passing date or their birthday. For those that are still alive amongst you, don't be surprised that they reach out to you because you haven't heard from them in a long period of time. So that's a possibility always with the Six of Cups. It's an equal number of cups. What you give is what you're going to get back. Following the Six of Cups, now we have the major arcana, the Hierophant here. Hierophant is coming through to protect you and shield you the entire week. There could be some instances of spiritual awareness, spiritual epiphanies, enlightenment taking place, any aspect of teaching and learning in any form. And someone could be getting married here as well with the Hierophant. On the job training. Okay, so be on the lookout as well for opportunities here with this Hierophant. Teaching and learning, spiritual awareness, spiritual epiphanies, all of that. It's a very powerful card to receive. All right, so following that is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups here, celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's Day. Spending it with your family, your friends, romantic partners. Usually I call eating out at diners or restaurants. So that's the Four of Cups. Following that, now we have the major arcana, the Magician. Magician, two sides that I read of the Magician. First side is the positive side, and it's about manifesting your wants and your desires. What those things that you want to happen or occur in your life, all right? Bring together in your life. So maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's getting rid of a relationship. Maybe it's getting a new job, changing careers, purchasing a home, whatever. Just fill in the blank. If you're in the form of prayers, mantras, or affirmations, Capricorn, just throw that energy out there to whoever you pray to. Throw it out there to the universe. Leave it alone. Stay in alignment with that energy and just going about your business. Maintain an aspect of faith and knowing that, eventually whatever it is that you're wanting or desiring to occur or change, have a change in your life, it's going to come to you, right? And just, have some patience that it will. On the negative end here, I always read this Magician as a, person that you have to be careful of. That includes strangers, family members, friends, romantic partners. Yes. These people are typical of or capable. Excuse me. I had to get that one out. Sorry about that. Are capable of extracting energies from you, Capricorn. Okay. And it could all be done in a subtle way. So, just be discerning, knowing that when someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, that they're up to no damn good. All right. All right, so the shadow energy here for you to finish your spread off is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you got the Four of Pentacles. In this instance here, you may be holding on to something secure and it needs to be released and let go. Still would be a moderate, small pay raise, possibly, and then saving up for something greater. All right, so I have an oracle deck that I'm throwing out, that I'm using. Okay, shit just dropping off. I'm just going to, pick two cards here. The uniqueness about this deck is that it's a numbered system. So since you're the last sign that I'm reading for, and I've used it, no one has drawn two cards with the same number. So if you get two cards with the same number, it only enhances the messages that much stronger, depending on what messages show up. But if you don't receive any, like the same numbers, Capricorn, still pay attention to the messages, because this is a very powerful oracle system with some, deep messages and stuff. So just pay attention to what's going on. Again, if you receive two cards that have the same number, it involves some sort of form of synchronicity, or it enhances the messages sort of like tenfold. All right, so let's see what you get here. All right, so the first card for you, Capricorn, we're going to start off with 13, malicious intent. This one says, be mindful of those around you. Not all intentions are what they seem. Notice when the energy feels off and use your discernment to gain better clarity. Okay, so I just talked about the magician on the negative end. This will go right in line with what I said. Okay, pay attention to people who are trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Some of this energy could be very, very subtle, and, because they're sneaky and they're good at it. Next card up here for you is number 35. Okay, so this one says misunderstanding. A misunderstanding may feel like a wall, but it's one that can be torn down with patience and honesty. Listen with the intent to understand and release the need to be right. Clarity will emerge from this fog. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Capricorn. As always, just me interpreting the messages for you. Take what's going to work for you, leave the rest alone. Okay, before you exit, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a safe, great week ahead. And for those who are celebrating Valentine's, once again, please enjoy. Always come back here to get these messages from me, Capricorn, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.